one of the biggest factors in purchasing this device is with the back of this, it's called the stash pack. I would buy this just for this. What's up, locals? My name is Ryan and this is Local Disc Golf. So today we are back talking about an interesting item, an accessory for your bag or for your cart. And if you watch the Pro Tour, you may have noticed this year in a couple of cases where there was this sponsorship on the Pro Tour from a company called Nocqua. And I didn't know what Nocqua was, so I kind of did a little bit of research. And first thing I found through their Instagram account was it looked like a lighting system for the bottom of your paddleboard. They offered some battery systems for like fishing boats and things like that. Targeted outdoor, whether it was battery packs or lighting systems. And then I stumbled upon this, which is the Nocqua Powerbank with stash pack. First of all, at the very base of it, this is simply a power bank. That's at bare bones, this is a power bank, but it offers some extra features that a disc golfer would appreciate. Starting off with the durability. You know, a lot of these power banks that we buy, they're off of Amazon. They're in like a really thin plastic coating to try to keep the weight down. And they're not exactly like a durable option. Now, if I'm just putting it in a pocket in my bag, durability maybe doesn't so much matter. But if I am in a situation where I want to hang this off my bag, because maybe I don't have a lot of real estate in terms of pockets on my bag, this has a couple of interesting features. Let's look at the exterior of this battery pack first. You've got a really strong metal hook or metal loop that sticks out for your carabiner. This does lock in place, so it really easily can hang off of my disc golf bag or off of my cart. You know, little additional features to it. It does provide you with a compass on the top. Do I need a compass? Probably not, but it's a nice feature to kind of add in there. They also add on the bottom a small flashlight. Now, this flashlight, if I hold down, oh, it is on there. There is a really sort of subtle spot on the side here. This is a button for activating this flashlight. The button does require you to hold the button down for probably 2 to 3 seconds before the flashlight comes on. And, you know, for that, or to that point, I actually was out playing some glow golf a couple weeks ago, and I have this. It's been living sort of permanently on my bag. And in that round, I forgot my flashlight. I had another glow device. If you may have seen our other video recently, I'll leave a link up at the top over here so that you can check out that if you're curious about glow lighting solutions. But anyway, I had another lighting solution, so I didn't need like a traditional glow flashlight. And I forgot my flashlight, and I had this with me, and I thought, you know what? I'll just throw this flashlight on. It's probably not very strong. It probably doesn't give me much of a view. But I put it on and I was amazed actually like at how good of a flashlight this was. Now, I guess if you're a company that focuses on lighting solutions and battery packs, the light in your battery pack is going to be decent. But I was actually amazed at that. One little critique, if I was going to say for, you know, a future iteration of this product, Nocqua, hold the button down and there you go, you can see the light came on. But I have to hold that button down for 2-3 seconds before it comes on. Now, I understand the reasoning behind that. You don't want to like accidentally put it on and kind of burn through the battery in this device. The bottom is weather sealed. It's kind of like a rubberized piece at the bottom here, which you can pop open. You've got your traditional USB port there. And then you've got that micro USB. It's the thinner one, but it's still an older version, and that's how you charge this device. And, you know, again, as a small critique, you know, I'd love to see USB-C on one of these. This does seem like a brand, though, that's gonna be like pretty proactive with, you know, keeping up and making adjustments and things like that from the communication that I had with them when they were sending it over. So, you know, I get the sense that they will probably be, you know, updating to USB-C in the future. When you have like an older version of USB, you go, oh, I don't have the right adapter, or, you know, you're in a situation where you go, man, I wish I had like that plug right now, which is one of the biggest factors in purchasing this device. Is with the back of this, it's called the stash pack. Now, you may have wondered about that at the beginning of this video. What it is it's a small little like silicone pocket that actually holds this incredible adapter. Apple, you and your like dongle world, eat your heart out, because here we have a 4-pack of essentially a dongle. All of these are connected. You have traditional USB, micro USB, you have USB-C, you have Lightning for your iPhones and iPads, things like that. So you have like all of the adapters that you need, and I cannot tell you, I would buy this just for this, and that sounds so silly. I'm sure that you can probably just get these separately, but this is such a useful thing to have. And if you're me, I always have my disc golf bag with me, so I'm like always, you know, it's always with me. And in a situation the other day, I was like, oh man, I don't have a USB-C cable with me. And then I went back and looked and I went, oh my gosh, I do have a USB-C cable, and I have an adapter that connects basically like every type of port that I use in my own life. So this thing is magic. Even talking about, you know, having power with you, you know, the number of times I've been out for a round and someone goes, oh, I was keeping score, but you know, my phone died, I wasn't really paying attention, and by the end of the day I ran out of power. Having something like this is kind of amazing. For me, again, with carrying a smaller bag, doing a pound Rufus right now, and again, I will leave a link down in the description to where you can check out our review of the pound Rufus. To me, it is the perfect bag. Also, a quick shout out to Jesse over at Trash Panda. They just dropped their Trash Panda pound Rufus bag. It's an amazing collaboration between two companies that are doing amazing things in this sport. Anyway, the point of that is, with a smaller bag, I don't have as many like pockets and space for things. You know, for me going, oh, like I don't really have room for that. Well, I've just been hanging this off of one of the D-rings on my pound bag, and it's like instantly like having power and having all of these adapters with me, which is incredible. I was out for a glow round just last night, and my daughters have discovered some of my glow discs and my glow lights that I keep in my bag. And about, I don't know, a quarter of the way through my round last night, my halo from Disc in the Dark ran out of power. And I thought, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do right now? And then I went, I got my Nocqua Powerbank, and I have the adapters that I need to be able to charge that. Now that halo is USB-C, which is fantastic, but I've got like this great versatility of adapters here. One thing worth noting, it doesn't appear that I can go from USB-C plugged into the wall to the micro USB. Those two, for some reason, don't seem to connect. In order to power something through my micro USB, I have to use the traditional USB-A, the one that we are all used to. I know we're in a world right now where we're sort of converting to USB-C, but that was the one that like didn't seem to connect. And I don't know if that's to do with like power output. I would assume it would be, because I know USB-C, you know, sometimes it offers fast charging and there's some other elements to that. But this, that was the one sort of that didn't connect. So, you know, having something that is as durable as this is, with some like weatherized components, you know, there's a lot of value in that, especially when we find ourselves like out for, you know, whether it be 1 round, 2 rounds, if you're having like a day of disc golf and you go, man, I wish I had some power with me. This is a great little device. Lastly, you may have also noticed that this one seems to be Big Germ Jeremy Koling edition of this stash pack. Now this is just a silicone cover casing for it, so I can actually just kind of like pop. We've got input and we've got output right there. And again, this kind of gives you like that look at how, you know, durable this is. I can shake this and it's just not going anywhere. There is a light on the bottom that gives you 4 lights here that show you the percentage of battery. But back to Jeremy Koling for a minute. So he's obviously kind of joined forces with this company. This particular one here does glow as well. So this silicone casing is a UV active casing. So with a UV flashlight, I can make this glow as well. So it's not staying glowing for the whole round. You know, it's not something that's gonna, you know, I light it on the first hole and by the 18th I can still see it, like, you know, on my bag. It takes a little bit of attention for that, but it's kind of a fun thing to have. And if it is something that you're kind of like reaching for throughout the round, if you were, say, like utilizing the flashlight and it's just hanging off your bag, if you play a lot of glow golf like I do, it is kind of nice to have this in a like sort of glow casing. So I'm sure most of you here go, well, I don't really need to buy that one. I have another USB power bank. You absolutely do, and this is absolutely, from a consumer's perspective, it's completely unnecessary. It's cool to support a brand that's really keen on disc golf, a company that's doing outdoor stuff but loves the sport, and I love to support a brand that loves the sport, as I do too. But you may have a bag that it's got like a perfect little pocket for a power bank, and you keep that in your bag because that's just what you do. This isn't giving you sort of like anything additional except for the fact that there's sort of a weatherproof element to it. There's a durability to it that if I drop it, or that I can like hang this off my bag if I don't have a lot of real estate for pockets. A few people have asked me like, oh, what's that big germ logo on there for? What is that? And I've said, oh, it's a power bank, and I absolutely love it. I think one of the best features of it, ironically, as a power bank, isn't the fact that it's power at all. I mean, it is, but it's also this cabling system on the back, this little stash pack, this little dongle system that is just epic. I take this thing everywhere. For traveling, I always have this with me, because to have a durable power bank, it's just so handy to have. So I just want to say a huge thank you. Nocqua did send this to me for the review. No money changed hands, and I was free to give the review as I wanted. And I think I have, it's not essential. It's not something that like is doing anything, dramatically unique in your bag. But if you find you play in the elements a lot, like right now where, as you can probably see in the background, we've got some snow here already. So, if you're out and you dropped it in the snow, I'm not really worried about it. Like maybe I'm a little bit more, careful or concerned with like a traditional like Anchor power bank, or any of the other brands that you might find through say Amazon or anywhere else. Huge thank you for Nocqua for sending us this for a quick review today, celebrating that local community that always makes this sport so great. My name is Ryan. This is Local. We are local.